Well, bam. I'm sorry, no more Sonic feet. Have you forced all your opponents to become Ginyu mains? I have landed like 2 or 3 body changes in ranked. Feels good, man.
And remember,
I have to fight. I have to fidget with anything. I have to fidget with something all the time when I do anything, like shiny hunting, for example. Oh, for sure.
Hey guys.
Virgil's World, hello. Thanks for the 23 months. So yeah, much more gamey. I don't know how well this shows off. Hang on, I can like zoom in more. I'm gonna zoom in. Thanks for the 23 months, Wriggles. Appreciate it. Much more video gamey because I think it was starting to get away from me, where it was like, hey, how's your card game coming? Yeah, yes, it's a card game, but it's a video game. It is ultimately a video game. That is what it is. We're trying to make a video game, and the card game part is like ancillary. It's a battle system. Obviously, if it works on paper, that's the goal. But I'm trying to make it work on its own, you know, as a video game. So a lot of things like power creep and keywords and all these problems that you have to worry about when you're printing a card game, I don't have to worry about because they're going to be starting with base-ass cards every time. It's a video game. And then as you go through the video game, I can naturally get more powerful and more complicated cards, and it's not a problem. That's just, you know, it's just a game. But you have to be made. So I went with something more like this. I looked at Final Fantasy and Star Ocean, a lot of shit like that, to get an idea for like how this is going to work. And I really like this. I like how this is coming just because this evokes a video game feel already. And I'm going to put like the rarity for stuff like over here. I started to come up with little symbols for little rarity thingies, but I might like change stuff around. I don't know exactly where things are going to go. I'm not married to where everything is. So this is where you come in. This is where we figure out exactly where things are going to go and how things are going to look. Because I think I like this. Like I slept on it. I came back. I was like, yeah, I think I dig this. I think I like how this looks. I like the name big. I like this. I like this popping out of the border. Like all these little things that probably not even paying attention to. I like this popping out of the border. Draw a lot of attention to the, like this is how much the card costs. Like the level. Here's the name, and then here's like the little meter cost thingy. It's probably only gonna go up to 3, and then if it slides out, you know, like if it costs 1, do one of these, then you know, have it fill in like that. But this guy costs nothing, so there you go. I'm trying to not put anything over the picture because if I get really cool art, I don't want to put anything on it. But now we start losing some space for effect text, but I think it's going to be okay because I want these effects to be so fucking simple. Again, I'm making a video game. I'm trying not to make a card game, so I can make the text really simple and brief. But like, you know, you hover over it and it gives you like more details and shit like that. Like I can make these, the text focus more on keywords because they'll have video game parts to help explain it, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like I could get any complicated effect that I want in 3 lines. If I need to make the text smaller, like it's fine. I'm going to try and do that. The only thing that was giving me trouble was like where I'm going to put the element for stuff. Now that element isn't, initially you needed element like cards. I was doing like the color thing, like magic and shit, where it's like you can only have air, earth, you can only have air cards, or you can only have blah cards. Now it's just kind of like a trait. So I'm trying to put like, here's all like the flavor stuff, like all the flavor thingies that you don't necessarily need to focus on, but you can, like cards will reference, hey, if this is an earth card, bam, like right there, there's where it would say it's an earth card. It would be the earth element there. And then if this card, you know, all your birds gain plus whatever, all your explorers gain plus whatever. Every earth card on the field does this. Instead of making element and these little thingies a big deal, I figured make these tinier. Would be fine. The only thing I'm trying to figure out now is if I want to make this bigger, if that looks okay, if I wanted to center these, blah, 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 like shit like that. Like I was also considering maybe moving these up like this, you know, like doing it on the sign and then having like a box over there, like real like RPG stat sheet kind of thing. You know, now we have our box over here, like that instead. I don't know. Like, I don't know what would look better. So this is where I'm asking you, chat, for your opinion. Because I also like the icons. I think the icons make it easy to read instead of like typing out attack and shit. But yeah, that's what I'd like to get done, is try to like finalize this layout so I can start making other fucking cards, because I think I have them done. Anyways, I've been ignoring chat. Let's look. Take advantage of the fact that this is on a computer, not in real life. Exactly. For sure. That would be interesting. The lateral layout is better than the grid. You think so? I like the icons. I think both looks good. Which one lets you get the most text in with the space? I think I get more text if I do the other way. Like, with how short things would be. Like, I think I'd get more there, and then I could put like the rarity symbol like over here. Like I could slide this over. Like that. And then I could put like the card's rarity on the... What the slide? What are you doing? I could put the card's rarity symbol over here then, and like that would still work. Like, I kind of like that too. I'm okay with either. The stats on the side make it look more gamey. I thought so too. Overlapping text boxes could make things pop out more. I was considering that as well, like having these boxes like overlap somewhere, like having this like on top of things like here, or like that maybe. I like the numbers on the bottom more. Seems like a standard card game. That's on something like I like the side idea. I like both. I think them being on the side would possibly give you bigger numbers. That's true. If you're going for keywords, I think having more vertical lines works better. Yeah? And how big a card would be in game, you don't have to make the attack defense icons a bit bigger. Bottom stats look more card gamey. You ever liked how other card games have the damage numbers on the side of the card? Well, I didn't like this. I didn't like that. I thought that was wacky. I'm not a fan of this. This is what Buddy Fight does. I did not want to do this shit. Fuck 10 years off with this shit. And like even Force of Will started doing that. I can't read that card in my hand and understand that. I think this is fine. And then, you know, I can make these bigger to make them more equal if we're gonna have them like stacked up like that. Speaking of physical cards, side stats could also be seen while holding a hand of cards. You know, that's true. Yeah, colors on them too. I could color the text boxes. I'm not opposed to that. Like coloring these, like coloring this, like, you know, like red. With that, like, I don't know, green or something. Make this like yellow. Could do that. The hexagon is the level. It's how much of a... So a card that's going to have... Hang on, where is it? There we go. So cards are going to typically be around level 1, usually. Where is it? There we go. So if a card's level 1, it'll have this up here. You can only have up to like 3 levels on a thingy. So if it has a level 2, it'll be like that. And then if it's level 3, it'll be like that, you know, something like that. Instead of going for numbers, I wanted to go with little star thingies, like what Hearthstone's doing, because I think that's easier to understand than another fucking number on there. And just I think that'll be a quick, easy way to look at a card and go, okay. I can also display it too, like each leader like has an amount of stars that you can play with. It's like, hey, you can have as many of these. You can only have. It's an easier way to explain how the system works, where it's like you can only control this many, like you have 3 spaces for a card and you can only control this many up to like 3 or however many your leader has cards on the field. So hey, this guy eats up 3 of your command points or whatever the fuck, instead of like going with the size mechanic, you know, or the level thingy. I think this helps like kind of like illustrate better to people, like you only have so many of these little chippy thingies. And if you're using all of them, then you can't play anything else. So now, obviously, if you have a card that doesn't cost any of them, hey, that's pretty good, but they're going to be really weak. Yeah, I don't want everything to be the same blue. This is just temporary. I do want to have the S somewhere. I haven't figured out where, but I just want to do it. Just because I'm not doing the same thing where it's like you get hurt, you draw. A lot of shit's changed. But I still want cards that have the S on them, and then when you play a card that has the S, like something special based on like your leader dude happens. Yeah, I think I'll make all of them the same size. The only thing I'm trying to make sure is separated for people so they understand is that most of these are mostly these like the attack and defense numbers are mostly going to be 2 to 3 digits, and the impact number or burst, whatever the fuck I end up going with, this is like how much damage you do. It's like this is like your little combat-y power, but if you hit a leader, you're doing this much damage. So I want to like kind of illustrate that that this is different, and I want this to kind of still be different. If we're gonna have cards that get to 4 numbers on the little attacky stats, like that might be an issue, but I don't think that'll happen. I want them mostly to cap out at 999, which I could move this over and like I could center it. Like if I'm centering everything, like maybe that looks okay. You know, as if I'm going off to the side, because at most I want everything to come out like here. Max. The base set, like the highest a card goes is 100, which I like. I want cards to hit 100 because that's fun. I think that, you know, card. I think there's a card that has these stats. I wanted it to be clear that let me get that fucking text. We're gonna put you over here. You know, if I want this to make sure that this is like different, you know, which I could color stuff too. Coloring would probably help differentiate that. Yeah, I was thinking the S might go like around here. I like it being big though. I might even have it like the S might be a thing that cuts into the card. I'm not opposed to the S like cutting into the art because it is special. Will there be anime bullshit allowing cards to reach over 999? Yes. You know it. Where's the fucking... Undertale chill mix. Sure. Hit me with that shit. Yeah, having it in the corner of the picture would make them stick out more. Yes. Agree. Do I think moving the sword and shield slightly more to the right in their respective rectangles might look better? Like having it in the box? Like in it? Like that? What? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That's a big taboo you're committing. You're putting lyrics to an instrumental track. But I don't hate it. I was ready to. The cosmetic thingy I could think of is maybe having a slightly different hue for the card background over the windows. Yeah, like this is like it's better than nothing, which is what it is right now. I just put something in there. Because I want something in there, but I just was like, fuck it, I'll throw it in there. I'll put something. I don't know what, but I think that'll change it. The S into the artwork of the S cards? I was thinking about that. Duel Masters has a similar thing where like the evolution symbol is baked into the artwork. Like somewhere a character is like holding this, or like it is somewhere there, and it's like shooting out little star bursts, like, you know. What do you think about them on the side versus them on the bottom? What, gun to your head, what do you like more? I'm kind of cool with either. Side. Damp, Frank, you're getting outvoted. I feel like that would make it easy to miss. I like the side one, but it needs to account for big numbers and text. Yes. Damn, everyone likes it better on the side. Sorry, Frank. How does it feel to be wrong? It does look... I agree. It looks more video gamey that way, and I'm okay with it. I kind of feel like I'm cool with either one. I kind of like how this looks. I'll have to make sure like this is all lined up and shit, because this is definitely not lined up and everything, but you know, we slap shit together. Yeah, bottom, this is more traditional card game. Like people that play card games will expect something like this. And I wasn't sure if I could like, you know, I could even, no. I could even, son of a, I could even like put them all, like center them more like that. But I wasn't digging how that was looking either. I like them kind of over here, but then I was like, I guess I'll put the rarity symbol over here and something. If I end up putting shit on the side, I can make it work. Yeah, I think I like it on the side more. I think I'm going to go with that for now, and I'll just ask people that play test it how they feel about it. Yeah. 'Cause I do dig it. I think it works. And I think it does actually end up making the text box bigger. And someone else pointed out too that if I'm going to go with keywords, it would be better to have more horizontal, or not horizontal, vertical space. Which is true. But again, this is all like super prototypey anyway. Like all this shit might end up getting changed. Do I have it at 4? Hang on, I want it at 5. Hey, you know what? I was iffy on the lyrics, but I think you got me. This is pretty good. Let me just move you. No, let me move the box. This. Then I got the and then I can do the big bottom like that too, and that'll look cool. So I did want to do I'm a fan of what Magic is doing with their cards lately, is doing this. So like they have like the bottom border. I don't know if you can even notice like that, but the bottom border is just a bit thicker. I could put like collector's number and shit down there, like shit like that. Yeah, and then I move this over. Okay, do you like all my fucking lines? You see my OCD coming through? Don't have OCD if you want to make anything, because then you won't make anything over 10 pixels. What's the distance between that? That's at 8, but this is 4. And that's the same. There. Oh yeah, so we can move this up. Or that down? We could make this box even bigger. I'm not opposed to. You know, I think it's growing on me. I'm looking at it. I'm sussing it out. I'm feeling it. I think I like the side more. I wasn't sure how I felt, but I think. Oh, son of a business. Oh, that's annoying. Hang on, I got it. You on the line? Are you on the line, mister? Get on the line. Five. We could even move this over more if I wanted to. Move the text over here. And we can make that. Now I got so much space. I think if I wanted to, I could like make the effect box like smaller and then have flavor text as its own like tiny thing at the bottom too. That would be cool. Because I don't want this to be empty. I'll figure out how I want to do flavor text. I'm not the biggest fan of how Magic does it. Like I feel like if I start doing this though, this gets mad janky. I don't want to do this shit. You know, doing something like that and like another box down here for like flavor text, that's mad jank. I don't want to do that. I think I'd probably have it in the same box. These are all hitting over this way with the symbols, but I might be changing that. Let's go ahead and make these all the same. You. No. There? Is that one more? One more. Ooh, no, I'm digging where not this card. Fuck this card. This card's dumb. I like where the song's going. Uno pixel. Uno pixel. Pliaze. Oh my god. Hang on. Night. Does that work? Oh, I can do the arrows with it? Oh god, it's there we go. Centered? Centered or left? Or right, whatever the fuck. No! So like face. That one would like is gonna brush up against that, and if I'm doing up to 3 digits, right? 999. Yeah, that one works. I like it going on the right because it shows off that they can get bigger. I agree with that. It's like, oh, he's just babby numby. He just wee babby numbo. Fucking. Yeah, 4, 4. Well, they could, ostensibly, if we wanted to, we could go to 9999999, the real Final Fantasy. Yeah, okay, so we can do that, and that looks fine. I think I like this more. 30. That's looking real video gamey there, Bubsy. I think I like it. I think I dig that. This Eric. No, he's nothing. I think the element and type thing will need to stretch out a little wider. Hang on, this is brushing up against the side a little too much. I wanna bring this in. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it gives you old JRPG vibes, like the text boxes and menu UIs. Good. That's the goal. I wanna be evoking a lot of that video gamey shit because this is a video game. The only thing I'm trying to work out more is this. Like, I kind of like where this is. Oh, fuck, dude. What are we doing over here? That's fun. I like this here just because I like keeping all the categorical information. Like, effects are going to reference information here. Hey, your air cards, your bird cards, your blank cards. I'd like all of that to be in the same space to kind of like help with... Oh my god, I hate this word. What? Is it grokking? Grokking, is that the word? I hate it so much I don't even remember it. The way people put things in little bins and they remember where things are. Just so they go, oh, hey, yeah, this is like the little describe-y info. Basically compartmentalizing. No, listen, chat, it's this dumb word. I've seen it so many times on game dev things. I feel like they made it up. It's only in like weirdo, weird ass shit. Really descriptive, Kieran. Yeah, you're welcome. This. What does this mean? I mean, the definition's there to tell you what it means, but like, fuck off. Grokking? Grokking. Look at... Grokking. That's such a gross word. Understand something intuitively or by empathy. To empathize or communicate sympathetically, establish a rapport. Like, whatever. That's not even what they talk about. Because look, this is when all the computer shit started happening. All you weirdos. All you weird computer nerds. System design questions have become a standard part of the software engineering interview process. It's a dumb word, and I hate it. But I think that's what this is doing. It's basically compartmentalizing. Then I'm gonna have a thingy. I want like a, because there's no thing yet, but like this is not the full design because I want a rarity symbol somewhere. You know, like one of these just to give you an idea. There's the traits, because then that would also be a trait kind of thing, having that in the same area where it's like I could even have cards that like all your rare cards get X or something. Like, I don't know, have some dude that is really good at rare cards or some shit. What the fuck are you? You're not what I wanted. I want... Oh, shit. The wrong thing. I hope I didn't fuck it up. I fucked the thing. What'd I do? Oh, no. Hold on. What did I fuck... Oh, I made that... This visible? That... What did I do? Why are you here? What is this? That? No. What are you? What are you? What the fuck? What are you? Why are you here? What are you doing? Go away. Don't you love it? It's so fun. Okay, let me delete these. Oh no, I still have shit at the bottom if I want to do it. But you know what? Fuck it. The new guard says we live on the left. We're on the left side of history over here. That. Like some kind of rarity thing. I don't know. Like just the best thing I can illustrate is this. Masters plays. Did I get a card on my bit? I don't think I did. Like this. Right here. Like these things. Like the Duel Masters cards have a little thingy in the corner. It's like, that guy's super rare. I love it. It doesn't really mean anything, but it helps. Like, it helps with the design of the card. Hey, this is very rare. I love that that's a rarity. Very rare. Here's your little rare. Goes right there. Here's your uncommon. Like, they all go in the corner. Like, I like that a lot. And I want that. I want something like this. Like a symbol like that. Going there. Something like that would be cool. It conveys information very quickly, like you draw it and you know it's your guy, the rare one. Exactly! Right? You get it. You know, like some big old... something. It's not going to be a star, but something there would look cool. Probably bigger than that. That's a placeholder. I don't know if that looks like too much, though. Like if I can end up putting it at the bottom. And like we center this instead. So it doesn't look as cluttered. What looks better? This center to the left? I'm kind of here or there. I could do either. Like centered? I think like centered too.
Remember, I love you.
Fucking Dorf, thank you.
Very long time. How's it going?
It's going good. Hello. Thank you very much for the 28 months. I'm back. Okay, if this is going to be centered, then I probably don't want... I'm not going to have room to put that there. It'd probably have to be somewhere over here. Which would cut into the text box. And then that ruins that, so... Yeah. Do some of this shit. Why are these so fucking big? Oh, because of this? Yeah, I think it's because of that. Do that up. No, it doesn't work. What is going off over there? Is it you? Are you? Hang on. Is it this text? That is what's going off. Okay. Bring you in. Okay, now... How does it work? Now let's look at it. I'm getting it exactly centered. Move you over 6, 5, 6. Oh, yo. Are you trying to lo-fi chill mix Megalovania to me? Centered? The numbies say that's centered, but that looks a little wacky. I think it's actually off of it. That looks more centered to me. Close enough! I designed a web app that primarily uses circles instead of rectangles, and it's a fucking nightmare sometimes. Oh my god, I imagine. When I'll start playing Kakarot, I have no idea. I don't know. I cannot promise anything. I'm not sure if I'll even do that. I might do Sonic later tonight, but aren't I such a good streamer? Aren't you happy? This is why I'm like, oh man, why is everyone else doing so well? Probably because they stick to plans. Well, and you know what? I don't do plans. I do bullet points and improv. That's what happens over here. Cartroner, you son of a bitch. How can you say that when I haven't even made videos half as good as you are? That was a sentence. Seriously, I've watched your Earthbound video 1 trillion times. Trying to go like, okay, what do I need to do? No, it's so good. You're a ding dong. It's really good. That and your Pokemon video are really, really good. You do more. Hikari, you're doing great. You've speedrun Pokemon. You've done a fucking 6-hour speedrun. I've had so many things where so many people are like, oh, let's celebrate. Time for a 12-hour stream. I've had plenty of milestones that I could have done that with, and I didn't. Also, hang on, is this offset? I'm gonna kill somebody. Hang on, why is this? In a fucking second. That looks... Yes? I'm gonna die. Yes? Yes? I'm going crazy. I think that's more centered. Oh my god. Hang on. 6. This is... Don't do this. Don't do what I'm doing. 6. Okay, yeah, that's centered. We're gonna say that's centered. I'm saving this. Hang on. RPG layout left. Okay. There's that. Be anything else. I keep things as simple as fucking. I like this. I like the little 3 boxes. I think that works. Coloring them might be a good idea. I think somebody mentioned coloring them. I could stand to do that. Let's see how that looks. I kind of dig them all being the same color. Just like if the background was if the background was different, would it be so jarring? Fucking our Christmas ass puke green. Here, there. Does it stand out better like that? Dude, Zelk, what the fuck? Thanks for the Prime sub. Thank you. Much appreciated. Why did I don't know why I typed that. I think I was gonna type love, but then I just did that.
100円100円
I have 5 scripts I need to finish, then fucking do it! The rest of us are just along for the ride. You do you. Oh, thanks. That was really good. What was, can I? This is another one? Hang on, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna give it a thumbie uppy. Is this just music from the game? Might just be music, the game. Which is fine. I'll play some fucking music from the fucking game. Equus, hey, thanks! Thanks for the hundo. Finally caught all your Shield series. Raising my own baby download. I wish Belcher's effect wasn't awful, or I'd wreck with its stab punk rock boosted bass 120 Belch. Thank you. Yeah, dude. Drop a train on him. If you're gonna do different colors, I wouldn't do more than just a slightly lighter shade for either the background or the boxes. Kind of where I'm at. If you've found my Prime sub for the past 2 years, you're fun to listen to and have a good community. Everyone else gets a boring regular sub. Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate it. No, don't you love it? Here, let's make it even better. How's this? Dude, look, it's a holographic. Whoa. I gotta get some more water really quick. I'll be right back. hang on. Let me change it back, and then if there's anything that you think needs to be changed about this, type it in the text box, and then we can do that. Because I think we're almost done. I'd like to get rarity card number somewhere, but like that's getting way later. Like none of this needs to be on the game picture. Like that's kind of taking up a lot of shit. I'll be right back.
Congratulations, you won.
Oh. The Tingle stream has ended. Frank, thanks for gifting Nightbot the sub. Appreciate it. Whoever said to make the background a slightly darker shade of blue? Okay. I hate when you can't see me going through all the menus with the window capture. Hang on. That's so annoying. Man, I remember when I was learning piano a bit ago. I learned how to play this and Megalovania. Like, that's it. That's all I know how to play. Felt so good. Do a display capture. It's fine. I switch Photoshop, let you see all these windows. Slightly darker. That. That. Like I can also, there's nothing saying it has to be blue. I could change. Married to it. I just think it does help evoke the ye old RPG feel. You know what I mean? You know what? Can help stand out a bit more, maybe a little more. Right, it's something about the blue, and definitely not about the Final Fantasy. Is that fucking pro Noida player Lily? How you doing? How's that look? That look better? Is there a slight shadow at the bottom of the text boxes? There isn't. There is not. There can be to make them like more floaty. It is a gradient though. I think it's getting darker near the bottom. Yeah, I like this font a lot too. It's a hang on. Heavy. It's one of these from Chevy Ray on Itch. They have a lot of really cool pixel fonts. But how close are you? Is this 8? 10? This 10 is also 10. I could bump this up a little higher and then make the black bar at the bottom a bit bigger. It does look like there's a fucking shadow, doesn't there? I see it too. There is not a shadow, but I see it. Weird. What the fuck? Okay, so we have darker background. I think I like. We could go darker if we wanted to. I want to go one little nodule darker. One little bippy brush darker. What do you think? Yeah, I barely tell. Yeah, I think I like it like that. I think evoking the gamey feel is the kind of the vibe I've been looking for. Just with this being a video game anyway, I think that'll help reinforce it. And what's the distance here? 10, right? Yeah, fine. This is 13. That's a wacky one, son. 11? Do something then. I'm gonna do this. Here's where the OCD comes out. We do this. How does it look if I put it closer? I kind of like this having space, honestly. I think the space between here is actually good. But if I eat it up, how does that look? I think that actually sits pretty nice. That feels... My brain balls. I just don't want it to look too cramped. I don't want it to look too intimidating. It's so minor, but you know, these things kind of matter. What do you think? You think like that, or I can make it the same size, and then move it. You know, like you said, I can move it over 1, and now we got 12 and 12. They're getting kind of eaten up by this little border down at the bottom, though. Put that away. Definitely off center at that point. I like that spacing because it looks like the same spacing between the numbers and effect text as there is between the effect text and type info. Yes, I agree. Yeah, like how it is right now, right? Or do you mean like closer? Because that's 10. If I do this, I can bump this in. And then bring this out. Where are you at? 13, 14. 1, 2. Even bring it in because make it look like with that. I think more text would be better, so I'm going to go ahead and make it bigger just in case. Hi, Zaffy. Card design changed a lot since I saw it. It looks real nice. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. As a card game connoisseur, it means a lot that you enjoy it. Oh, hold up. I like bigger box for more words. Like I want to limit my words. Let's see, how many lines do I get? 5? Yeah, I got 5 lines. I think that's enough to do basically anything that I'm going to do in this game. Especially if we're relying on keywords. I think I still don't think this is centered. That looks more... Is it? That's fine. Yeah, I love this font. It's specifically this is the soft square font from their font pack. But yeah, this whole font pack has like what, 40? Yeah, they have 40 fonts. Plenty of really nice pixely stuff for all your gamey goodness. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't swear. You're welcome. Also, I can't believe the top of this has been... There we go. I typically think asymmetry and spacing is only good if there's a significant difference. A difference of only 1 or 2 pixels is just asking for nitpicking by OCD people and generally looks slightly off. I love asymmetry and also have OCD. Something about it pleases my brain balls. It's the reason, listen, asymmetry is the reason Weavile is a piece of fucking garbage. Because Sneasel, okay, is a fucking asymmetrical, cool-looking motherfucker who just got done dirty the second he evolves. Like, oh, okay. What's the whole point of Sneasel? That we have 1 feather? Oh no, we're gonna evolve and now you have a whole thing of feathers and now we just ruin your total look. Look at that. Look how fucking sick that is. Asymmetry is where it's at. I love it. Cast bar left. Shit on one side. Okay. That's so awesome. I fucking and then you got this piece of shit. Look at that. Ruining the vibe. Gone. Murdered. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. Yeah, and for that reason, that's why I like male Sneasel more. I don't like female Sneasel as much. Yeah, the weird gem, too. Kieran, why do you hate Weavile? What a fucking idiot. Weavile's a way better Pokemon. Listen, kid. If it was all about the numbers, I'd just bust out my level 100 Arceus. Who fucking cares? Okay, if we're just here to compare numbers, who even gives a shit? Right? We're talking about style. Style's more important than numbers. Asymmetry is like, hey, this one side is okay, but look at this side. Oh, I love it too. I'm a big fan of the side swipe hairdo. Got like the this kind of thing going on. I don't think it looks good on me though. I feel like the regular ass down the middle part looks better on me. Right, Sneasel is definitely better. Thank you. I'm happy only people of taste are here because everyone else who disagrees gets banned. I think some people can really pull it off. The coolest instances of asymmetry is when a character has just one larger robot arm. Oh my god. One arm bigger than the other? Do you mean John Austin, Lady in the Water? It's him, it's him, right? Not him. Who the fuck is it? Lady in the Water, one arm. Okay, no, it's not Sean Austin. It's the other guy. Yeah, there we go. You're gonna see me from the gym looking like this. Don't talk to me unless you look like this. Okay? We don't skip leg day, we skip left day. Very different. If you have asymmetrical hair, half of your neck muscles get 200 times more powerful? Is that in the new patch? You don't need the facial hair. You just need the arms. In fact, it'd be better if you shaved half of your face and the other half you kept the same. Okay. Anything else here that we need to change? Do you think it looks fine for now? Leave a comment. Somebody was mentioning like something with this, like moving these little icons in. I kind of like them like sticking out of the window, personally. Needs more toes? I agree. I think the element thing looks good. Put you somewhere else. Put it out. Exactly, I want Big Numby. So when we have Big Numby, we have Big Numby. And doesn't look like it's eating up the space. You can still tell well it is. Somebody else was mentioned like changing the color of these, but I think it's fine if I don't change that. I think it's okay if all this is going to be the same. The only thing that's going to be a different color on cards is the element icon is a different color. The meter. The meter is going to be yellow. You know, if they have 1 meter, it'll be like that. That. I was debating on keeping it here all the time and then just having it like filled in if they had it. Something like that. Like if, you know, it's always there, and then if you costed 2, it's something more like that, or like only 2 is used. Don't pay attention to that part. But I think it's sliding in kind of looks cool. What do y'all think? Like, you know, a guy that had 1 meter would look like that, and then 2 meter would look like that, and 3 meter would look like how it fucking. You said Big Numby doesn't matter, only big half hair matters. God damn it, you're right. I've been had. You like the bar? Thank you. I like the bar a lot too. Another thing too. Let me pull this up really quick because this plays into the game's design. I was thinking about, okay, if I make cards that can have 6 meter, right, for later on, it would probably go all the way to this, like, it'd cover the whole thing. But I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm going to try and make it so cards can only cost up to 3 meter at any time. I think I'm just going to try and balance the game around that idea that, like, the max a card can cost is 3 meter just because this is going to be a really fast battle system anyway. You know, we're not going for perfect card game granularity here. I think I can get most of the things I want with just things costing between 3 meter and things having levels, and other things like, you know, make it cost life to pay, make you have to discard, work in other kinds of costs and shit like that. I think having a whole this looks too busy. Like as soon as I did that, I was like, ugh, I don't like that. I like it kind of sticking out and not touching the side all the way, which leaves room here. Another thing we haven't done. Hang on. Should I do it down here? Okay, chat, yes, no. Like that. Little dash thingy. I do the Force of Will thing down there. We don't have a thing that says what kind of card it is. We can do that here, for sure. But we don't have that anywhere else. I could put it up here, you know, like right there, if I wanted to. But I could also fit it there, you know? I kind of like having that there. It looks cool. Yeah, I like having it here. Yeah, I want to keep it to 3. Exactly. I could break it later if I wanted to. Like, if I want to, I think with these proportions, I can still get up to, like, 5? Fine. Barely. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's how much it costs. Like I can make it like have more dividers and shit. Like there's ways I can do it that it like looks. If we want to end up going this way, like I can make it cost 6. But I want to keep it around 3 for now. Yeah, I like the negative space up here. It looks cool. I think I like it more. Yeah, it goes right off. Holy shit. He's so powerful. Ugh. Golly gee, Mr. Piccolo. I can't tell. How many bars is that? Could you shrink the Bird Explorer box and make a separate box to the right? I think if I put in another window here, I start getting too weird. Another thing too is flavor text. I'd like there to be flavor text because, like, if this is empty, he has no effect, right? This card has no effect. For it to be empty looks a little wonky, right? It's gotta have something. So we can do the magic thing where we have let me like bump this. Let's see. Let's just keep you here. Effect, text, go here. Wow. We can duplicate this and then do a we can have a flavor text thingy that goes like, I think magic does this little thingy. where they have it aligned to the bottom. Can I make it aligned to the bottom of the box? Or do I have to make it like... paragraph. Don't know if I can do that. Might be able to. But no, I don't think that'll work. But I can just line to the right and then fuck with it, you know. Enter, 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 enter. There, that's how we align to the bottom. God damn it. Flavor, town flavor. Here. And it'd probably have to be a different kind of font. Which is a little sucky about this font in particular, is that there's no like... There is no like bold version. I can play with a few things here to make it. I can like I can like do this kind of shit to make it italic and shit like that. But I can't. I can kind of get a bold. Look at that cute little flavor text. Make it a little superscript. That's cute. Whoa, that looks very strange. Play with the... I can play with like this kind of shit if I wanted to. Think of how I can make this... Oh, you know what? Here, I can make the stroke smaller. 2 pixels. And then we'll do another stroke. I'm gonna do this. Or if I do what I want. I do a stroke inside. Pixel. No, that's not what I want.
Yo, how it's hanging.
Who is that? GeForce, hello, thank you. Thank you so much for the what is that? 5 months? Thank you. Much love. Appreciate the support. I'm doing pretty good. Showed off the unabridged stuff on the TFS. Well, I didn't show off shit. I stayed at home and typed in the chat like a little stream monster. But you know, it was there. Had the people enjoying the stuff we've been doing at work, and that was pretty cool. I can kind of italicize it and then just make it a smaller version. There's no way to not make it like looking bold though. Kind of like... I'm glad you like it. Maybe best just to drop the outline entirely when you shrink the text. That's what I'm thinking, you know, just turn that off. Like flavor text looks like that kind of thing. You know, a guy that has no effect, wondering what I should do. Yeah, I can make it... Purple is my favorite color of ice cream. That. Just got off work. Nice. Yeah, I can make it like, I'm just worried about it like being legible at all at that point. Like, this is gonna be on like a little picture. Are you even gonna see it at that point? I mean, it's there. Like, if it shows up in the game UI, it's probably gonna look like this. Will they even be able to see it? Yeah, ice cream. Yeah, because that's the thing I'm thinking a lot about. Really cool. That's what I'm thinking about with the game, is that I want to do... I'm going to be doing that like Mega Man Legends look, where everything is like pixel perfect UV textures on things. Everything's going to be kind of pixely anyway. I'd like it to be as close to that like vibe as possible. I'm thinking the game probably gonna be like defaulting around 1280 by 720, you know, and then at that point, this is what? How big is this? 756. I'm not even gonna take that much. It's gonna be like, probably like that on the screen, which already starts to get a little blurry. Like when you're pulling it up on the side, you know, we got our battle thing over here that shows up on the left. Like when you're hovering over it. Yeah, it's just I don't want it. At that point, I might not even have it at all. Like, I think I do want it. But it could probably be really tiny. I think I'll go with the really tiny stuff for now. How does it look with no effect? Like just something with no effect on it. Like a big old empty box, you know. It's already really tiny for you guys, you know. Yeah. Look okay.
An eye for moles?
What if we make it... You guys also can't like see it as well. You're playing it. Be a bit closer to that. $1280 by 736 because 736 is 23 times 32. Okay. Yeah. This is just the Ding Dong Undertale music. Isn't it nice? Yeah, do you want it on the left? Do you think that looks better? So if I'm gonna have, I was thinking that like, you know, effect text is gonna be over here going on the left. So if there's effect text going out like this, you know, like, wow, this whole thing is... Damn! Actually, you know what? At that point, I think I'm gonna make the effect text 20. If I fit some more lines. I can actually get... Can I get 6? And I can get 6 lines all the way if I do that. I think that's probably what I would do. What are we looking at? Play. This is a smaller box. It's not wall wide all the way. play this card, you know, you get to draw one, gain metres. Did. Opponent discards one card. Play. Search your deck. You know it to be true. I'm wondering if I should do like the little bullet point. I did not want to go to http:// bull. Oh, it's so tiny. Make you like ascend. Might even have symbols and shit. And probably something like, I think I'd probably still do this. I don't like that it doesn't line up perfectly with the book. Ah, no. Right, hugging text in italics makes you think of someone's signature or source that comes after a quote. Yeah, and I think that kind of works for what I'm going to be doing with the flavor text. Also, this stroke might be a little too big. Make it 2. How does that look? Does that look easier on your brain balls? Does it look any better? 2 or 3? I think. But everything else is at 3. Like, everything else on the card is at 3. That's at 3, that's at 3. That's at 3. My goal is to make these effects as simple as possible, too. I'm going to be using a lot of keywords, a lot of breathe. I like the bullet points because it increases legibility. Instead of like, when you play this card, instead of doing it like this, when you play this card, gain 2 meter. When this card dies, your opponent discards 1 card. And when this card is then dead, you search your deck for 1 other bird card and play it. Instead of, I'm not typing shit like that because you need that for a tabletop game. You don't need that for a computer game. I mean, it's play, gain 2 meter, dead, opponent discards 1 card, you know, and then double dead or whatever. Search your deck for a bird, you know, like something to notate it. A bird, board, and play it. And that's why, like, if I'm doing this, like, to help denote, like, what these separate thingies are, I think a bullet point helps. But, you know, indented lines work too. Like, I'm just wondering if, like, maybe I do, like, that kind of... I like the bullet points a lot. I agree. It's a thing from Buddy Fight, and we're stealing it. I wish I could get their square, though. I love how they do it to break up the different effects and stuff. So, you know, like, you can instantly parse what a card does instead of having to read a fucking paragraph and go, okay, that's the. A Windhopper could even wear pant. If Bird had pant, would he wear it like this? Like these. Didn't work. How do you know what effects you choose to activate? It'll be a keyword like this, act. I think wouldn't increasing the line spacing eat up even more space than a single bullet point? Yeah, I want to do the bullet points because they're all different ideas. Like, I'm going to show you what, like, cards I think solved how this... We cross card. This is basically what I'm going to do. I don't have the symbols for him yet. But this Cardo gameeeee. This one, called Wheat Cross, has little symbols. And, you know, they have the benefit of being Japanese and shit, so they have, like, characters that they can use. So this says right here, you know, whenever you... Oh my god, it doesn't work that way. The fucking wiki. There we go. So this right here is a little red. It's a little red symbol with a little colon. So this is what I'm going to use for the bullet points, basically. A little icon going like wham. And this means when you play it, it does this. The way their abilities work is so good. So they have this little like basically bullet point system of. So if it's blue, then it has the kanji for enter. So it means when you play it, colon, this happens. Green is it's like activate it, colon, do this. So these are abilities that occur when you play it. These are abilities that you activate. And some of them will have like a thingy that says once per turn, once a game, tell you when to use it, etc. Constant are just always there. They're, you know, they're permanents, and then autos, yellows are triggers. And they'll tell you in little brackets when they trigger. Like this is probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what they have here, which I don't have it yet. So that'll again cut down on space as well, because then you can just do something like this. That'll work really well. Like, hey, you play the card and colon, it does this. But just for now, I'm just doing it like that. Yes, the bullet points replace the act or play keywords, exactly. You see how they have like this little square with a little triangle pointing to it? It's so easy to read. You know, if you look at any of their fucking card list. I'm just give me whatever. You know, so this one right here has a blue thingy. So when it enters, pay 2 energy, colon, this effect happens. So in this red thingy means always, colon, this effect is happening. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something like that. And it is clear as day. There's no way to confuse what that means. What it's going to look like, though, I'm probably going to come up with, like, little... I don't want symbols, because symbols, like... I mean, I can do symbols, again, because it is a video game. They're going to be exposed to all this stuff as they play, you know? I can get away with a lot of symbols and shit, but I'd like to try and make it as intuitive as I could. I'd like to not have them be, like, obtuse. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do with the symbols, which will be the next thing to do. I think for now I'm just gonna do this just to get it there. Like, play, activate, you know, 1 meter. I'll come up with this shit later. Then do this. Auto. Bird dies. Colon. Whatever. Auto. You discard a card. You know, gain one. Like we were. You're already seeing how it's like gonna work. Shit like that, I think, is gonna work really well and help cut down on words, and should be able to fit shit in that little box. Don't too worried about that. Yeah, a little tombstone thingy, just shit like that. I think that'll work. But if everyone thinks this looks fine, look okay, look good to you, we agree, we fine, we good, we chill, I'm gonna save this. Love what you got so far. Leading on the video game side for style was a great idea. Thanks, Griff. This has been like my big project for like the past 2 weeks, has been like redesigning all this shit to make that work. And also changing up all the numbers, because the numbers are totally different from how they were last time. Much better than the starting design. Yay! Rad. Well, I'm not going to sit here and go through all the cards and make them and shit. That's boring. I kind of want to play a game. Let's do that. But before I do, I'll go ahead and show off. I'll go ahead and show this off. Because I'm still here there on it. I'm not looking for any like immediate answer right now, but hey, have you been working on stuff? Why, yes, I have. I've been working on so much. Bam. Here is the Holy Tome. You can read any of that. So, you know, I'm gonna have to zoom out. You know, let me go back to the full screen thing. You probably can't read it. Here we go. Here we are. We're back home, friends. It's been so long. Oh my God, my So we have here all this shit. So what I've been the thing I've been trying to figure out lately is initially I had the idea that there was going to be, you know, oh my God, where do I even start? I changed things up because the original cards looked like here. You know, I was dealing with these kinds of numbies. Let me zoom in a little so you can probably read better. I was dealing with these kinds of numbies. You know, cards had about 9,000 power. Like their stat budget was 9,000 points. And I was trying to like get all this shit in order of like how are cards going to be balanced and stuff. And you know, I had attack and defense factored in the thousands, and then the impact number in like as single digit. But I've been talking with Grant a bunch. He's been helping me a lot with this shit. And he was like, if you want damage numbers, well, it seems kind of lame to have your damage number be 1 digit, because he was like, you know, these numbers aren't going to be damage numbers, right? I'm like, yeah, this is the damage you do. Like, these are just for punchies. This is how much they deal to like a leader. He's like, well, if that's the case, don't you want bigger damage numbers? I was like, Grant, you're right. I do want bigger damage numbers. So I flipped it. And I tried doing like single digit instead, doing like, you know, attack and defense instead as a single digit, and then the little bursty number as in the thousands instead. And I'm already thinking too how I can make this really like, this is gonna be so fucking rad. How I want to do this in the video game part. So, you know, a card, say like this is a little wind dude, right? The wind hopper. He's a wind attack guy. And they're very fast, repeated attack thingies. I really want these meaty animations. It's like when he attacks, I want like this little gust of wind to go by, like he whips up a little tornado, and then it's gonna do like, as the tornado rises up, it's gonna do multiple pips of like 100 up until it hits 1,000. Like he hits this little tornado and it'll do like, so like it's always gonna deal 1,000 damage, but the way I display it is gonna be like really actiony now. So like they're always gonna be the same like total number, but I can have like little health bars, and it's like we're always gonna be dealing in like denominations of 1,000. I might get a little fucky and deal with like 500 somewhere. But an attack that does 1,000 damage, it'll do the thing, and then it'll generate damage numbers. And the damage numbers, there's going to be 10 of them. So when 10 of them show up, it'll be like 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, and then it's going to total 1,000 damage. And then when I do 2,000, like this guy over here, I get another wind person, but I can start doing all these crazy things based on like keywords and cards. I can give them all different like little Persona ass attack animations that happen when they hit the person. And now, even though they're always going to end here, just the process of getting to there is really all anybody cares about. Like all anybody wants to see, I'm a person who loves damage numbers, I know what we want to see, is they want to see the bar ticking down, and they want to see like it happen in nice meaty chunks. So if you have an earth guy with 5,000 burst, when he hits, you'll get like one little chunk, you get like a bam, so I'll hit for like 1,000, 4,000. Like I have ways to like divide things up, so like it'll always happen in like these really meaty chunks. So that's like been the biggest change for the whole game system that I think is gonna make it feel way better on the video game end. It impacts nothing for the numbers. The numbers are all the same, but for how it shows up to people, I think that'll look really cool. So I'm really, 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 really excited about that. I was thinking maybe, do I need a damage number? Like, can I just do the thing where you hit a person with the number that they are? But the more I thought about it, the more I really like this idea that cards can do a certain amount of damage to leaders and shit, and just it's another tool to balance cards certain ways. Instead of cards being just so fucking strong. Because if attack is also the stat that deals life damage, you have to balance it differently. So instead, you can have this stat over here that determines how much it has. What this means is this is a card's capacity to end the game, which is a different value versus its ability to remove other cards from the field. And so by making the how do you make the game end part fun, crazy damage numbers, and go nuts with them. I want there to be people that have 10,000 burst that'll still be balanced and it'll work, and I can do that now with this kind of system. So I decided to do that a bit ago. I had to go through and change fucking everything. But on the back end, as I had like cards at like one number, I don't like one number stats. One number stats are weak. So I went back and I made it just, same thing. I made it double digits. But then also what I can end up doing is, instead of a card being 3-1, now I have the room to make it, a 25-15 if I wanted to. There's nothing saying I can't make it make cards end in a 0 or a 5. They're probably not going to go any more than that, but I could, if I wanted to, have the same card be, a 25-15, and that would be different. So again, just way more design space with the exact same numbers, just by adding another 0. And then cards that are really strong hit 100. I like 100. I like how it looks. 100 feels way cooler than 10. And then having a big bursty number, all the damage numbers with that shit. I already see it in my head. I see how it's going to look. I think it's going to play awesome. A fucking dragon attacking. Have this like swoopy ass animation, some big explosion thing, some little beam. Like, I'm already getting a lot of ideas for it, and I think that kind of meat is what's going to get the people who aren't into card games into them. Treating it more like, because I was watching a lot of Persona and Pokemon gameplay, and sure, the people that are speedrunning stuff are probably going to disable animations wherever they can and shit, right? Like, I'm not looking to make 3D models of every card that show up and punch for 2 seconds and then explode. That's way too much fucking effort. But I would like it to feel good, and so the way I can make it feel good is by having these cards instead of just, they hit the person's face and, it shakes and rumbles. Sure, I can do that with Hearthstone, like how Hearthstone does it. But we can do way cooler stuff that I don't think people have really done with cards and shit yet. So I want to do this kind of thing, see how that feels. But like the only game I can think of that does something like this are the Buddy Fight DS games. They have like different attack thingies based on all the cards you use, and they feel really cool. And I want to do shit like that. Like, I always play this thing that's just this giant mech, and his attack animation is this huge saber like coming across the field. Then you see the damage numbers tick down. Just shit like that is really cool. Do more stuff like that. I think that'll be really fun. But I had to go back and change all the numbers and rebalance all these cards and all this shit, blah, blah, blah. And so I've been doing a lot of that lately. And I've been trying to figure out how to make like this like mid-range aggro and control idea work, just because the way this game is set up, it's very different from other things. And things don't translate as easily. I was too worried about trying to adopt typical conventions, and I just said, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to do what I think is going to work and go with it, because I'm spending too much time trying to make it work like other games when this is not like other games. So that's what most of it is, having to go through and change how all this shit works. It's just been some like changing the numbers in the background. Hasn't been too much of a big deal. But making sure I had it right, and I'm so happy too now that I got everything at base 60. Like, the base value of a card is 60, and because I'm dealing with all that Sumerian shit, they also had base 60. So I was like, fuck it. No one's gonna know that cards are base 60. Like, maybe they'll fucking piece together that they're base 60, but I need to know that they're base 60 because of where this goes. So I was happy to make base 60 work, and I was able to do it. So everything is in base 60 now. And I think I already have all the water cards changed for like different things. They're still all about, we have life stats now, and I still need to make leaders. Like, leaders are the next thing I have to do. I have to come up with leaders and how that shit's gonna work. I got a layout done for like the play mat. I'll change the shit around. But yeah, that's design stuff that we can talk about later. I just wanted to do that little fun Photoshop-y card layout stuff. But there's your design insight for the day. But I want to play a video game. Present the math to people in a way that makes them excited about the math. That's all video games really do. Exactly. When in doubt, steal from Buddy Fight. Dude, Ikechi Tensho is just a smart dude, and he's out there telling everybody, hey, here's how I did everything. Like, I don't know if I've even showed those off on here, but like, I want to pull this up really quick. They have the Card Kingdom YouTube channel. Is like one of the biggest card channels just on YouTube, period. They're all Japanese. He has these streams. I've linked them a bunch on Twitter. Where does he put the there we go. Look at this man, Mad Lad. If you can understand a bit of Japanese, you can get what he's talking about. He spends like this whole stream talking about how much he loves Gundam, and then he goes into card game shit because he's making his own card game. And this is the shit that like I kind of was. He accidentally showed this off on his first stream, so I was like grabbing screenshots and zooming in everything, trying to figure out what he was doing. But this is the guy that made Buddy Fight, and he is just the biggest card game nerd, and he just does these streams to teach people, hey, here's how I do everything. And so he's going down, like, these cards aren't even done. He's going down the list of like, hey, he's doing like the same kind of thing. Cards have this new game he's working on is pretty similar to what I'm doing. I don't know how it plays though, but at least these cards are pretty similar. They have levels, they have colors, but you can mix colors. It doesn't matter. Cards have two stats. You know, they got attack and defense, and then how much damage they do. And he showed off his math, and his math is different from Buddy Fight too. I think just because of how they do it. But just going over, hey, here's the different ways you can break down like all these stats. You know, you can have a 6-2 and a 1, or a 2-6 and a 1. In another card game, a card with 6 attack and 2 defense, you know, your Alexandrite Dragon or your Luster Dragon for Yu-Gi-Oh! Is way busted. But in a game like this, where you offset the damage number to a separate value, it's actually not as bad as something like a 2-6 one, because now I don't know how he does it. It kind of relies on if attackers win ties, or how that shit works. I don't know how he's doing it. But just you can start doing crazy shit, and you can make cards really easily. I'm talking about shit that nobody understands. Anyways, point is, they do so much shit. Card Kingdom YouTube channel. If you know any Japanese, he does these streams where he literally just tells you, hey, here's the docket on how to design cards and how much they cost. And like, look at this. Is this not what I'm doing? Look at it. And he's got all of it there. And he's just showing it. This is a guy who is an industry professional just showing his spreadsheets for free. I mean, you have to understand Japanese to know it, but they're fucking there. So, hey, if you want to get into this shit, learn Japanese and look at his shit. Yeah, it's really easy.